Hi, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Familiar Flowers 4x4 Junk Journal Project with Me series. There's only 2 episodes left after this. Today we are going to be talking about making homemade journaling cards, and specifically mini ones since we're making a mini journal. However, you can use these techniques and these tips for when you're making larger journals as well. Each of you who purchased a kit would already have received 12 2x3 journaling cards, and that's probably more cards than you're going to be using in this. I don't know, maybe you want to put all of them in there, but that gives you some to experiment with. There's going to be different colors. All of you got different colors, or some variety of different colors that would somehow coordinate with what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to just talk about a couple of different things. You have your super simple, which would be leaving your card plain and just finishing off the edges. I mean, that's a no-brainer, but don't underestimate the power of simplicity and the power of blank space. Blank space is not no space. It's there, but there's room. There's room so that your eye has a place to rest. Sometimes, oh, pardon me. And I'm back. Okay, I had to put the baby down for now. All right, so we were talking about blank space. So sometimes in a journal, there's so much going on, your eye does not know where to stop or where to rest or what to focus on. And we do enjoy that in junk journals. So I'm not saying that's the wrong way. There's no right or wrong way. I'm just saying do not underestimate. Like, don't feel that you are not making as good of a junk journal if you add some things that are blank, especially if you're going to be writing in it or putting photos, because this coordinates very well with the journal that we're making. And somebody could put a picture on here, or the recipient has room to journal or to add things themselves. And when you just distress the edges, you're giving it, you know, a look. So that's the first thing. Don't underestimate blank space. That being said, let's move on. We're just going to distress the blue one here, and then we're going to use some of our flowers, because I gave you in your kits lots of extra flowers here, okay? So we're going to pick a flower that we want, and I am choosing the Canterbury Bell, and they're blue, so I thought it would go well on here. And I'm just going to fussy cut it out. Like so. And I've ripped some of them before, so you don't have to fussy cut. You can rip, you can, I mean, it's up to you. This is just what I'm doing. So I fussy cut it out, and whenever you're fussy cutting, I really recommend that you go ahead and ink the edges. That really gives it a finished look. It looks more like a piece of ephemera and less like you just cut a picture out of a piece of paper. All right, and then I'm going to take some glue. I have a glue stick here, and I'm just going to glue and try to make sure I get the edges really good, because we're not sewing in this journal. So normally I wouldn't worry that much about it because I'm going to stitch it down, but this journal has no sewing in it. And then I'm just going to put it on there. And so now we have a really simple journaling card. And this space up here, you could either leave blank for journaling. If you have Tim Holtz tiny word stickers, you could add a tiny word sticker up there, or even with your own handwriting, you could write a word. I have a marker here I want to show you guys. I love this one. This is a Zig brand. My grandmother gave this to me, and it is a calligraphy pen. It has a fine point, a 2mm point, and a 5mm point. And you can use it to write words. Like if I want to write hope, it's really easy to do calligraphy with it. You just hold it at an angle. And then you've added a really personal touch. And if you don't have a calligraphy pen, you can just use a ballpoint pen and write something as well. So there's a great option for journaling cards. Okay, let's do another one. Again, we're going to ink the edges. That's a given. And if you don't have ink, or you don't want to ink it, that's fine. But I just love the finished look. And I still have some dictionary paper left over, so I'm going to tear a strip here. All right, and then I'm going to glue it along the side. Flip it over, rip off. And then I'm going to choose another flower. So I'm choosing this one here. And again, I'm just going to fussy cut it out. And I'm not going to even fussy cut the whole thing out because I just want a couple of flowers. And it's small, so you don't even have to cut everything out. And then I'm going to ink the edges. And I'm going to glue it all down. And there's another journaling card. We're going to do one more together, another blue one here. Again, ink the edges. And what we're going to do here is also extremely simple. See how I left a couple of flowers here? I'm going to cut those out and not waste them. Just fussy cut. And it's going to coordinate really well with the other one because they're the same exact flowers. Again, ink the edges, a little bit of glue. And there's another simple card. So here's what we've made. We have our plain card that's just inked. We have a larger flower card where we wrote inspirational word on it. We have a dictionary page with a few flowers and then the coordinating flowers here. So all of these we're going to stick into our journal. And we've already made clips, so that makes it really easy. So as you see, when we open it up, there would be a journaling card right there. Let's find the other clips. There's one. And I'm going to clip this one right there. And then this one right there. And then on the back, I'm going to clip that plain one. There we go. Actually, since I clipped that plain, I'm going to take this plain one and show you how you can slip it right into one of the tuck spots, and we'll leave it right there. All right, so thank you for this episode, or for following me along in this episode, and I will see you next in episode 6.